We tend to think of education as something that starts on the first day of kindergarten, but the most critical phase of human learning happens before a child takes their first breath. In the ancient Indian epic of the Mahabharata, there is a fascinating story about a legendary warrior named Abhimanyu. According to the text, Abhimanyu learned his complex battle strategies while he was still developing in his mother's womb. For centuries, the modern world dismissed this story. It was categorized as mythology, a biological impossibility that contradicted the idea of a blank slate at birth. Yet this ancient narrative was actually the earliest recorded hypothesis of prenatal cognitive development. Today, modern neurobiology has validated the core of that old legend. This timeline shows the development of the fetal nervous system during gestation. Long before birth, a fetus is processing external information, reacting to sound, physical touch, and the mother's emotional state. But consider the environment an expecting mother navigates today. She is subjected to unprecedented levels of digital noise, constant screen time, and chronic stress. The womb has the biological capacity to be an optimized learning environment, yet the high cortisol reality of modern life can disrupt this fragile developmental window. Without intentional guidance to filter out that noise, the stress of modern life can turn a period of rapid neural growth into a missed opportunity for early cognitive development. This is where the practice of Garbhasamskar comes in. It is an ancient, systematic science designed to optimize the womb's internal ecosystem. A central pillar is Garbhasamvad, or womb talk. Intentional acoustic inputs, like a mother's voice, travel as physical sound waves, penetrating the amniotic fluid to reach the fetal auditory cortex. This ecosystem is further enriched by divine music, rhythmic mantras, and nature sounds. Because the auditory system is one of the first sensory pathways to mature, these specific acoustic frequencies provide the early stimulation necessary for the brain to build more dense neural networks. This increased connectivity provides a biological head start for pattern recognition and language processing after birth. This consistent acoustic input provides the raw data the brain requires to organize its neural architecture during the final trimesters. The baby's development depends heavily on the mother's internal state. Elevated maternal stress hormones like cortisol directly cross the placental barrier and flood the fetal environment. Guided meditation and specialized weekly diet plans lower these cortisol levels, maintaining a stable, nutrient-rich neurochemical environment. To make this practical, these methods have been integrated into the Garbhasamskar App, which is built on the clinical philosophy of Dr. Kavya and the maternal wellness practices of the Annapurna Clinic. The app digitizes this ancient science, providing a structured framework of daily pregnancy tips, guided audio meditations, and weekly baby tracking directly to a smartphone. It operates as a technological bridge, delivering clinical maternal care to the modern mother through a structured daily routine. This infographic outlines the 3 outcomes of practicing Garbhasamskar: a calm pregnancy, a smart baby, and a strong biological bond between the two. Maintaining this daily practice creates a structured environment where cognitive and emotional development can happen alongside physical growth. This specific developmental window is strictly limited to the duration of the pregnancy. Once the child is born, the unique receptivity of the womb environment is gone. Expecting mothers can begin this process today by registering for the free bootcamp for expecting mothers, available through the app or the Garbhasamskar website. A mother's daily habits and chemical environment establish the initial parameters for her child's cognitive and emotional development.